between working in the salon and starting up working at Fredric's, I actually went to clown college. I am a professional clown. I'm Katie Hammonds. I work at Aveda Fredric's Institute in Indianapolis. I am from Westchester, Ohio. I'm a graduate from Aveda Fredric's Institute in Cincinnati. I'm a cosmetology educator, as well as I am the education manager here at Indianapolis. Oh, so I was gonna be a potter. I was gonna own Glaze and Blaze. I was gonna do that's what I was gonna name it. It's Paint Your Own Pottery. It's where I worked when I was in high school. I studied ceramics, but after paying that first year of college, my mom said, "I'm not paying for college for you to be a potter and do ceramics." I was actually visiting friends at the Miami University on a weekend, and they were asking me what I was gonna do with my life since I had just finished up at Shawnee State University. We're working on art. So I decided to hear what they were saying, and they were telling me about going to Nikki's dad's school, and that was Nikki Holtzberger. I didn't know her, but we shared common friends, and I went and did my first interview. I said, "Oh, I might do beauty school. Like, I could do some hair. I think that might be fun. Maybe, let's see." So I told my parents that I wanted to go, and my mom said, "Absolutely not. No, you're not going to do that at all." I actually went down to my first interview by myself and got a tour, loved it. Asked my mom just to go down to see it with me, just see what you think. So she did go down. She said, "Katie, they have PowerPoint." So I think that was a very eye-opening. So when we went down there, she said, "Maybe one day you could be one of those instructors. That would be fun." I said, "Let's just get through beauty school, Mom. Linda, let's just get through beauty school." So after I went through, she got the second tour with me. She loved it. She said, "Let's do it." I started. I actually was on a year waiting list. My mom said, "What kind of beauty school has a year waiting list?" I said, "The best kind. They've got a year waiting list for a reason." So they called me actually, and they said, "Hey, do you want to come in a little bit early? We have a spot open in our January class." And I said, "I would love it." So I was actually one of the first groups of the second year at Aveda Fredric's Institute in Hyde Park, Cincinnati. So when I went, I loved it. But I went down, and I came home with my tote bag, and I was doing note cards, and she goes, "Who are you? What are you doing?" So it's something that I love. I love it. I don't want to miss the next thing. I got to make sure I pass my WIGS test. She goes, "You are not my daughter. Wow, this is a big change." So I did move to Chicago, and I worked at an Aveda salon in Chicago. I was a colorist there, so I was in a departmentalized salon. So I did love the color. I love the color line, and I stayed with that. I became a salon coach as well with Aveda, so teaching other stylists, different classes, things like that. And after I had left Chicago, I had called Fredric and I said, "Hey, I'm looking for a job." And he said, "Hey, take some haircutting classes," because for a long time I had not done many haircuts. So I had some great educators / now coworkers who would give me mannequin heads, who would, say, "Here," and they would take the clippers and demolish these mannequin heads and say, "Here, make this blendable, make this wearable." So I became a new love for haircutting. Even though I still love hair color, I now have a new joy for cutting. But that's how I did become an instructor at the Cincinnati school, is I knew I liked the education part. I knew that that's something that I did want to do. When I was at Shawnee State, I was going to be an art teacher, but it just wasn't for me. And I got to still be able to educate. So I actually started at Aveda Fredric's Institute, the Cincinnati school first, and then they had been talking about opening up a school in Indianapolis, and I knew that working in Chicago was a bit difficult, price, things like that. I didn't have a car, milk's a little bit more. It's not just easy to run to the store. So when I found out that they were hiring at the Indianapolis school, it was something that I thought, I can have a affordable apartment, and I can have, a car, things like that. So I said, I will be the first group to open up that school. So I did. I opened up the Indianapolis Institute. It was December 6th, 2005. So my biggest thing is I feel like when I'm educating a student on what I've done in the past with going to art school and then now putting that into our color theory is the very, very basics. When we are getting you prepared for state board, you have to know the smallest of the things of the color wheel. The color wheel is so important throughout any color line that you choose to work with. If it's Aveda, if it's not Aveda, it doesn't matter. Everybody needs the foundation of the color wheel. When I said that I wanted to work with the art school, or when I went to art school, I knew that that's what I would probably be teaching to kindergarten through 12th grade, is those basic fundamentals of art, of the color wheel, your primary colors, your secondary colors, and now passing that on to even this, it's very much together. I will tell you, the Aveda hair color line, it is the color wheel. It's not just some number, 5, 6, 4, which some of the other color lines are. This literally is a 5 red, orange. It's that simple. You get to decide how much you want to put in there. And as an artist, working from, wanting to do what you want to do. Most artists are that way. They don't like to have, you have to do this assignment. They want some barriers to be broken. Patience is probably one of your number one things that you need for both working in a salon, working with the public, working with students, is something, being able to tactfully talk with your guests. Those little things. I will tell you, some of our best hairdressers may be not cutting the best perfect straight line, but they have the best conversation skills. They know how to talk to every guest. Two things. First, the impact that my educators had on me that I wanted to return says so much, because I saw them having a great time. I saw them loving their job. For me, now having students who have past graduates, who have came back, who went to work with me, it's that full circle of giving them that they're seeing, oh gosh, it's gotta be so much fun to work there. They get to work with their friends each and every day, and I do. I get to work with friends I would have never believed, students who may be 10 years younger than me, but I will say it is so great to be able to be so contagious to want to work here that people want to come back. Oh my gosh, there's so many moments. I mean, my career, 15 years. So moments of working with Val Kilmer, huge moment, loved it. Worked movies. Fredric always had movies for us to do. Ving Rhames, he's from Pulp Fiction. Worked with him, got to powder his nose. That was fun. So those are, moments that I will never forget. Also, seeing our past graduates come in who are now salon owners and talking to our new students about coming in and getting a job. I will say those are the small but mighty ones. I've got a lot of students out there right now who are salon owners in Indianapolis and Cincinnati, and those are my dreams that come true. When I have a past graduate that comes on our Zoom and shares their experience, shares their life of, 6-figure hairdressers now. Patience, I think, is maybe something I'd probably tell myself, because I know that I would find it. I would find the job, because I will tell you there were days that what am I gonna do? What do I wanna do with my life? What is it? Where do I see myself? And maybe I didn't know those exactly. But I think I needed all of the experiences to be where I am. Working for state board. So that is a dream job that I do have one day. Governor Eric Holcomb will know who I am, because he appoints the board, and I hope that I do get to work with the board. That is a dream. I want to make sure that we're getting all equal opportunities out there. I think it's important to always give back to your community. Volunteering is so important in my world. Between working in the salon and starting up working at Fredric's, I actually went to clown college. I am a professional clown, and I volunteered with the Funny Company through Children's Hospital in Cincinnati. Kind of funny that I'm a clown, then I've gone through schooling for that, and I have a certificate. But it's something that you should always do, is no matter what it is, but always give back to your community. I think it's something that we really need to look at in our businesses, and as a professional, as a human, we should always be giving back.